Entertainment World Soldier here, and I'm back to talk about Star Wars The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 2, and my thoughts on this episode. And my thoughts are, this was a filler episode, and it was very boring. I mean, there were some good scenes, and I'm liking the fact I'm seeing a lot of the Old Republic in this now. I think that's very interesting to see. But other than that, everything else in this episode was just boring. And I just don't think The Mandalorian is strong enough to just keep putting out boring episodes or just filler episodes. I mean, yes, they did it in last season, but we all gave last season a lot of breaks. We gave it a lot of chances, and I don't think the show can continue in that way. I'm sorry, it's just not possible. Star Wars is in a very bad way right now. A lot of the fans are pissed. Yes, there are some fans that are happy, but I'm afraid the majority are not. Mandalorian it's good, it's just I don't think it's strong enough to keep putting out filler episodes. I know Dave Filoni, when you were doing the Clone Wars, you did have a lot of filler episodes, but that was because the show altogether was great, and again, Star Wars was in a better position where Star Wars fans were willing to give a lot of chances. But Disney has Disney has destroyed that. I'm sorry. I mean, the acting was good. There weren't that many jokes, and the effects were okay. But other than that, it's a very disappointing episode to me. So I'll go into spoilers now. So the episode starts off where we left it, with the Mando being on his speeder bike. He's going through a canyon where a bunch of pirates are waiting to capture him. And they're going to do this by using a rope to pull him off his bike. And they manage to do that. Mandalorian gets hit by a rope, falls off the bike, and the bike crashes, throwing Baby Yoda off as well. Mandalorian puts up a good fight, manages to kill all three of the pirates, and then the one small pirate manages to grab Baby Yoda and then threatens to kill him. The Mando tells him not to kill the baby, because if he does, there was no way he's going to hide. So this pirate points to the Mando's jetpack, and the Mando hands it over to him. So the pirate gives over Baby Yoda, the pirate grabs the jetpack and then runs off, but the Mando knows how the jetpack works and manages to control it using his wrist computer. So he flies the pirate around a bit and drops him, and then brings back the jetpack, which I did think was funny. So the Mandalorian gathers up all his supplies and then walks all the way to Mos Eisley to meet up with the woman from the garage. And, well, she's in the same bar as Luke and Obi-Wan went into in A New Hope. So it was kind of good to see that little Easter egg, but I don't know. I kind of think you're putting too many Easter eggs now in Mandalorian. I think Mandalorian needs to be its own thing. You know, it's seeming a bit too small. Okay, you need to go bigger. We need to go see multiple planets. This is just one planet at a time. But anyway, so the garage woman is playing cards with this ant-looking thing. The Mando, she asks about the Mandalorian armor. He tells her it wasn't a Mandalorian who was wearing it, so he bought the armor off him. She then, from out of nowhere, says, well, luckily for you, the guy I'm playing with knows someone who has information about some Mandalorians and is willing to give you that information if you cover his bet. And I've just got to say, I was not really happy about that. That seems a bit too easy. So out of nowhere, this ant-looking things know somebody who knows where a bunch of Mandalorians are. No, that's too easy. That's stupid. But that's what the story says, so let's go with it. So the ant loses the bet, then tells Mando where the person's going to meet him, and the person's going to meet him at his ship. So we then go off to the ship where they start to cook the meat from the crate dragon, and this woman is she's trying to be funny or something, and I'm just gonna say now, she's not funny. She is really fucking annoying to watch. It's very cringe. Sorry, but yeah, it was annoying to watch her. A part of me wanted you to just forward through and just get past her scenes, but you know, if I did that, then I don't know what I'm talking about. I could miss something. She then tells the Mando the person who he has to take to this planet that's a sector away. But there does come some conditions. This person says that they cannot have the Mandalorian using his hyperdrive because it's going to affect this person's eggs. Because it turns out it's a mother who wants to meet up with her husband on a distant planet, and the Mandalorian is very annoyed about not being able to use his warp drive, but he agrees to transport the woman. So he heads off to the planet at sublight speed, so it's going to take a while. And Baby Yoda gets very interested in these eggs. There was a scene where he starts. Well, I thought he was using the Force on the eggs, but it turns out he just wants to eat these eggs. There's a lot of scenes where Yoda somehow manages to grab an egg and eat it, which was kind of funny, I will admit. Halfway through the journey, Mando grabs Baby Yoda to stop him eating the eggs and puts him to sleep, and so Mando goes to sleep as well. Suddenly there's a warning alert. He heads back up to the cockpit where there are 2 X-Wing fighters asking for the Mando's ID, because the Razor Crest is on a watch list. He cannot show them their ID because he knows if he does, then they're going to attack him. So he tries to blag his way through this. He tries to make every excuse under the book to tell the X-Wings why he can't, you know, turn on his transponder. The pilots obviously don't believe him. But yeah, there is a problem in this episode. What the hell is Dave Filoni doing? Dave, you're not a fucking actor. You're a fucking writer. What the fuck are you doing? I know, I get it, some writers like to be in their films and stuff, but listen, last season when he was in that one scene, I thought, okay, you know, it's just a Mandalorian, he's going to have a little bit of fun, but now it's kind of getting ridiculous. I don't think he should be in multiple fucking episodes. He should just be in one, enjoy himself, but that's it. But yeah, I thought it was kind of annoying. But anyway, so the pilots, you know, open up their weapons, pretty much tell Mandalorian that he's going to have to be escorted to a New Republic base to have his ship inspected. And then the Mando pretty much dives down into a planet to try and escape the X-Wings. The chase scene was pretty good, I will admit, but I was kind of annoyed when the X-Wings didn't even fire at him. They kept giving him warning after warning. And I know that what the writers are trying to do here is say, listen, the New Republic is not like the Empire. They're not just going to fire on people. But it kind of did seem a bit stupid. They waited so long to try and capture Mandalorian, or to at least not fire one shot. It was kind of stupid. But the Mando manages to slip them by going into some sort of cave. He lands the Razor Crest on this ice floor, but the ice mat cracks and the ship goes plummeting down into a cave where it's seriously damaged. The mother goes to check on her babies, and the Mando tries to figure out what's wrong with the ship, what's been damaged. The ship isn't strong enough to fly yet because of the massive hole in the hull. So he tells the mother that they need to wait until they can, I think, call for help or something. I'm not sure what the Mando's plan was, because he didn't really make it clear. He just says to the mother, get some sleep. The mother tries to talk to the Mando, but the Mando doesn't understand her, so he just goes to sleep, and Baby Yoda sleeps on his side as well. But the mother sees the robot that was in last season, which was the one that was helping the mercenaries to free that prisoner on the New Republic prison ship, and she manages to fix him so that she can then talk to the Mando and tells him that they need to get these children to safety because this is the last time that she's going to be able to have kids, and if she loses these kids, then her entire line is dead. So the Mando decides, fine, I'll help you. Oh no, she brings up that you gave her your word that you were going to help her. The Mando tries to tell her that there's nothing he can really do, but she then pretty much says to him please and begs him for help, and he agrees. He goes out to try and fix the ship to try and get it to work. Baby Yoda then tells the Mando that the woman has left the ship, and then the Mando follows her. Turns out she's gone to a hot bath thing to keep the babies warm because the generator they're in is kind of broken and it's not doing its job. And the Mando tries to tell her that they need to go back to the ship because he can't protect her here. He needs to fix the ship so they can get off the planet. Baby Yoda then tries again to eat an egg, and but the Mando says no, so the baby heads off to find some food. Baby Yoda does find some food. He manages to crack an egg where he eats a spider-looking thing. Now this spider is a Kinrath from the Old Republic. If you played the Old Republic, you know what I mean when I say Kinrath. And I will give the episode credit here. It is good to see this alien spider species back into Star Wars canon. And again, it does show me the people writing this show are trying to stay, they're getting more interested in bringing in more of the expanded universe. So that does look good. So maybe Yoda eats a spider, but then all the other Kinrath spiders all start to break out of the eggs. Then Baby Yoda's running to the Mando. The Mando then notices all these spiders are coming from everywhere. He grabs the mother, tries to get them to safety. They then get chased by this massive swarm of spiders and this massive spider. They run for a little bit. The Mandalorian's firing, shooting as many as he can. He then grabs some detonators and then blows up the biggest one. They get back to the ship, but the Mando is getting overwhelmed by the amount of spiders. He's firing as much as he can. They get into the cockpit. He tries to shut the door. Baby Yoda then gets some spiders all over him, and the mother then saves him by shooting them all. Mando then uses his what's it called? Flamethrower to burn all the spiders so they can close the door. The Mando then tries to get the ship to lift off so he can get away from the spiders. But then a massive spider then drops onto the Razor Crest, tries to break into the ship. And then out of nowhere, shots are fired from two X-Wings. And it turns out the two pilots that were chasing the Mandalorian have come to save the Mandalorian. One of them being Dave Filoni. So I thought this scene was genuinely good. I actually enjoyed seeing that Rebel pilots have rifles so in case they can fight back if they get crash land. So I thought, that was very interesting to see. They tell the Mando that they know who he is, and that he has an arrest warrant out for him, but they both have got information that the Mando tried to help the rebel security officer from the bounty hunters he was with, and so they're going to let him go, but they want him to fix his transponder, and then they just leave, and then that's it. So the Mando fixes as much as he can of the ship, lifts off, and then heads for the planet they were going to in the first place, and the episode ends with the end scene being Baby Yoda eating another egg. And that was it. It wasn't a very exciting episode. Again, there were good bits. The X-Wings firing on that spider, the chase, and Baby Yoda being Baby Yoda. And the Kinrath being brought back into Star Wars lore. But other than that, it was a very boring episode. I don't think it was a good thing to do. I kind of think it would have been more interesting just to see the Mandalorian make it to the planet and meet up with these Mandalorians. This episode is just filler, but I do think Mandalorian is doing a little bit too much of this filler crap. Dave, you're not doing the Clone Wars, and Star Wars is not in a strong position to do this. People are not going to wait weeks to watch filler episodes. If they watch this episode and they're bored by it, they may stop watching altogether. Because again, Star Wars is not in a strong position yet. Do I think Star Wars will get to that position one day? If Kathleen Kennedy's fired and they get rid of all this crap that she created, then yes. Until then, Mandalorian has got to be exciting every episode. It's got to be the best episodes ever. Because Star Wars fans are pissed. And again, we gave the first season of Mandalorian leeway. But that's not going to last forever. It's going to get harder to defend this if you keep putting out filler episodes. And that's the end of my review. If you like this video, give it a like. If you dislike this video, give it a dislike. And if you like my content, please do think about subscribing. Hail the Fandom Menace, long live CG, and fuck the SJWs. Bye.